The environmental impacts of these data centers.
So it's water consumption. So some data centers can use up to 30 million gallons of water. So they're utilizing all the water from the aquifers, the municipal waters. So people with their own wells are reporting that their wells are running dry. They're having to dig deeper because of these mass amounts of water that these data centers require to stay cool. They have to be cool. And so we're losing our water resources. And it's interesting. Oh, I almost brought this.
We're losing. Where are they putting these? I mean,
So they're,
I saw the map. I was like, oh, I wonder where I'm going to move to in 10 years because
yeah, there's very, very few.
and it doesn't
spaces.
look like there's nowhere to move to.
Well, so
The whole country's covered.
correct. And the whole country's almost in a drought restriction.
Well, I mean,
And so you're going to consume more of our water resources to keep these data centers cool when there's other options. Other countries are looking at other options than just building them in our backyards. And they're literally in people's backyards. They're massive. These things are the size of 20 super Walmarts or more. And you're having to destroy all the trees. They need to be near water. They're looking to be on top of aquifers. They need cooler climates, but you're putting them in hot climates. You're putting them in drought restricted states, which is most of the country at this point, expecting a good outcome. And we're just not going to have it. That's our water sources, and AI has to have water to keep it cool.
I mean, I don't understand how that. I mean, are they putting them in Florida? Then Florida. I mean, I don't know about.
Starting
I
to
don't
put
know
them in
about out west, but
Florida.
Florida. I mean, you can't run your sprinkler. I mean,
Gonna
you
build
can't even
data
water
centers
your
in Florida.
grass.
Yeah.
You know, they're literally worried. So many people are moving to Florida. They don't even know how the hell they're going to flush the toilets soon.
We're talking millions and millions and millions and trillions of gallons of water.
What size of city uses $30 billion or 30 million gallons of water?
That's because these data centers are so massive. It's like
I'm asking, what would the equivalent be? I think I read in the notes it was 50,000 a population, a city with a population
right.
of 50,000 people uses that much.
I saw that. Yeah. I mean, you're talking that these data centers are going to use more water than the world would consume. It's ridiculous.
Now, can you reuse the water?
So you can. So they're wanting to go to more closed cooling systems. And in those closed cooling systems, you still are going to be using chemicals. And here's the thing that I think there's a window here where everybody can rush in before any regulations start. And we're starting to see, now at a federal level, they're looking at regulations. They want to pass regulations. But right now it's a free for all out there. And so these chemicals, there's no regulations about every 2 years when you have to clean out a cooling closed system, where you're going to throw all of those chemicals. This is where, for systems that are already up and running, I'm getting whistleblowers on the inside saying that they're taking all that waste and they're just running it down into the sewers. There's no oversight, and they're now starting to get tests where this is very contaminated water. So it's going to be a little real shit show here soon.
Like the city water is contaminated?
So, and a lot of city water is contaminated, and they're using the city water to cool it. Again, it's just going to regurgitate all that PFAS or what other contaminants are in that water back into the environment. It reminds me of, like, my dad's a mechanical engineer, so he built and ran pipelines for Texaco. All through parts of Texas, Oklahoma, up into Kansas. And he used to always tell me, remember this, Aaron, the solution to pollution is not dilution. And I often wonder if that's what they think, taking polluted water and running it through a system and diluting it or dumping it into a river and it flows downstream that will have a natural dilution would resolve the issue. And it's not. And so even if with the closed cooling system, that water that's recycling in there, eventually they have to clean those systems. They have to release that water. And are there any regulations to look at what chemicals are or aren't in that water before we release it into the environment and down into the drains and just create another pollution issue. We're doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. I have watched this since I began my work in Hinckley, California. I was 31 years old, and I am 66 and a grandmother of 5 today. And we are doing the exact same thing over and over again, just expecting a different result.